Hello everyone. In last few videos, we have discussed about the four important whorls which is present in the flower of angiospermic plant, which include calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about the last part which is related with the flower, that is placentation. Okay. It is generally defined as mode of arrangement of ovules on placenta within ovary. Okay, so we know that gynoecium is the essential whorl which is present in the flower, and individual member of the gynoecium is carpel. Each carpel is made up of three important parts, that is stigma, style and ovary, and the ovary is generally contain ovules. Okay, after fertilization, ovary transform into fruit while ovule get converted into seed. And arrangement of this ovule, which is attached to the placenta within the ovary, is nothing but the placentation. Sometime in many books they have give the definition like it is the mode of arrangement of placenta within the ovary, and to the placenta ovules are attached. Both the definition are correct. Okay, but now remember that depending upon arrangement of the placenta or arrangement of the ovule, there are 6 different types of the fruits present in the angiospermic plant. That means there are total 6 different type of placentation we can observe in this type of plant. Okay, so first type of placentation is marginal placentation. The next type is axial placentation. Third type of the placentation is parietal placentation. Fourth type of placentation is basal placentation. Second last type is superficial placentation, and the last type is precentral placentation. So all are the type of placentation, that means the mode of arrangement of ovule on the placenta within the ovary. Okay, so the first type is marginal placentation. The example of marginal placentation is pea plants or bean or gram plant. Okay, so if we break open the pod of say garden pea plant, in that case we can easily observe structure like this. Suppose we break open the pod of the pea plant. Now a central line, okay, which holding these two parts together is nothing but the margin. And now the placenta or small tissue type structures are attached to this part. Okay, that means the placenta in this type of plant is directly attached to the margin, and to the placenta ovules are attached. Now these ovules will going to get convert into seed after fertilization. So this type of structure is easily observed inside the pod of pea plant. Okay, and such arrangement of ovule on the placenta within the ovary is called marginal arrangement, because ovules are attached to the margin with the help of placenta. Okay, this is the longitudinal section LS of the fruit, and such type of ovary is called as unilocular. Why we call it as a unilocular ovary? Because the ovary have single chamber or single compartment, and this is unilocular multicarpellary ovary. Okay, now the next is axial placentation. Name itself suggests the ovules are arranged to the central axis. Okay, if we draw the transverse section of the ovary, now the center of the ovary have placentas. Okay, and this type of ovary also show different compartments. Okay, so this type of ovary is called as multilocular type of ovary. That means the ovary have different compartment, and inside each compartment you can easily observe placenta to which ovules are attached. And as this structure is present on the center of the ovary, it is called axile placentation. Example is China rose or citrus plants, which include lemon, orange, etc. Okay, so the main difference between marginal and axial placentation is that in case of marginal placentation, ovules are attached to the margin with the help of placenta. Now in this case, ovules are attached to the central axis with the help of placenta, and ovary is divided into number of different type of sections or compartment, like section number 1, 2 and 3. That means this is trilocular ovary. Okay, and many times when the ovary have number of different type of compartment, it also contain different carpels, so it is multi-carpellary ovary. So if we want to describe axial placentation ovary, we can call it as multilocular multicarpellary syncarpous ovary. Multilocular means ovary have number of different type of locules or compartment, then it also have different carpels, so it is called multicarpellary, which is fused, so syncarpous. So at the time of studying axial placentation, you should remember three important words, that multilocular ovary, multicarpellary ovary and syncarpous condition. Syn means fused, carpus means carpel. Okay, in this case carpels are fused with one another. The third type of placentation is parietal placentation, and example of parietal placentation is papaya, then cucumber, etc. If we draw the transverse section of the ovary of the parietal placentation, then you can find the placenta are arise from the periphery or from the wall of the ovary. So these are the different points from which placenta are arised. Okay, this is placenta, and now they grow towards center. Okay, now ovules are produced on this placenta like this. Okay, this type of arrangement is observed in case of cucumber. Okay, and sometimes student may get confused between axial placentation and parietal placentation, but you can see clear difference in between these two. In case of axial placentation, ovules are produced on the placenta, which is connected to the central axis. But now in this case, ovules are produced on the placenta. This is the placenta, and placenta is connected to the periphery or to the wall of ovary. So it is called as parietal placentation. Okay, an example is papaya and cucumber. In this case, you can see ovary do not show different compartment. Okay, so it is called as unilocular. But multiple ovules are present, so polycarpellary. And ovules are fused, so syncarpous ovary. So you can define this type of ovary as unilocular, polycarpellary, syncarpous ovary. An example is cucumber. Okay. Sometime In parietal placentation, you can see the arrangement of ovule like this. This is the transverse section of the ovary, and ovules are directly connected to the wall of the ovary. So in both these cases, ovules and placenta, okay, is present at the periphery. So it is called as parietal placentation. Next type of the placentation is basal placentation. Okay, name itself suggests in this type, if we draw the longitudinal section of the ovary, suppose this is the ovary connected to the thalamus. Now, in this case, a single ovule is present at the base of the ovary. This is the placenta to which single ovule is attached. Suppose this is the ovule, placenta, and this is the LS of longitudinal section of the ovary. Okay, so it is called as basal placentation. Example of the plant in which such type of placentation found is sunflower, wheat, maize, etc. Now here you can see ovary have single chamber, that means in this case ovary is unilocular. Okay, and single ovule is present, one large ovule is present at the center, so it is called as monocarpillary. So in case of basal placentation, frequently observed condition is unilocular monocarpillary ovary. Okay, so in all this type you have to remember type of ovary also. Okay, and example is sunflower, wheat, and maize plant. Second last type of the placentation is superficial type of placentation. Okay, and the plant in which this type of placentation is found is water lily. Water lily is the type of plant in which superficial type of placentation is found. Now, if we draw the transverse section of the ovary, okay, this is the TS of ovary. Now, you can find the ovary show different compartments. Here I have drawn ovary with 5 different compartments. So it is pentalocular ovary. Penta means 5 and locular means chamber. Okay, so ovary have 5 different chambers, and now each chamber show placenta. Okay, and the placenta grow like this. That means you can find placenta on outer wall of the ovary and on the side wall of the ovary. Okay, side wall of the chamber of the ovary. So similar growth of the placenta found in each compartment. And now we know that if the placenta is present, ovule can grow to each wall of the ovary. So in this type, you can find ovule attached to the placenta like this. Ovules are distributed superficially on every wall of the ovary, so it is called as superficial placentation. Okay, the main difference between superficial and say parietal type of placentation is that in this case ovules and placenta only grow on the wall or on the periphery of the ovary. In case of axial placentation, ovules and placenta grow on the axil, but now in this case you can find ovules distributed on every surface or throughout the ovary. So it is called as superficial type of placentation. An example is water lily. Ovary is pentalocular or multilocular, syncarpous type. The last type of placentation is precentral type of placentation. Okay, in this type you can find the ovary, okay, with placenta like this. Okay, so suppose this is the LS of the ovary, and at the center of the ovary, placenta is present, and to this placenta, ovules are attached like this. So it is called as precentral because the arrangement of the ovule is on the center of the ovary. Okay, so this is the LS. If we draw the TS, that means if we cut the ovary from this point and observe from the top, that is TS of the ovary. Now in that case you can find ovary, okay, then central placenta, and to which these ovules are attached like this. So this is the transverse section of the ovary, and this is the longitudinal section of the ovary. Example is primrose. Okay, the ovary is unilocular type. That means ovary show single chamber. In this way, we have finished with the 6 different type of placentation, which is nothing but the arrangement of ovule on the placenta within the ovary. Okay, the first type is marginal, in which ovules are connected to the placenta to the margin. Now in this case, the type of arrangement which is found in pea, bean and gram plants. Then in case of axial placentation, ovules are connected with the placenta which is present on the axil. The type of arrangement is mainly found in multilocular ovary. Example is citrus plant like lemon, orange or China rose. Then in case of parietal placentation, generally ovules are connected with the placenta which grow on the periphery of the ovary, okay, or on the wall of the ovary. Example is papaya, cucumber. Then in case of basal placentation, single ovule is produced at the base of the ovary, okay, to which placenta is connected. And this type of placentation is found in the sunflower, wheat, maize plant. The second last type is superficial type of placentation. Example is water lily, in which placenta grow throughout the ovary in different compartment, which is pentalocular ovary, for example, and ovules can be arranged like this. So it is called a superficial. And the last type is precentral, in which single placenta is produced at the center of the ovary, and then ovules are arranged on it freely. So it is called as precentral. Example of the precentral is primrose. So this is all about the placentation. Here we have finished with the all the different concepts which come under the flower of angiospermic plant. From next video, we are going to start with the inflorescence. Thank you.